All right, this is one weird story, and I just read about this in the Basketball Network. Most NBA stories are about going from nothing to everything. From broken neighborhoods to bright arenas. We hear that all the time. From rags to riches, you could say. But some stories go the other way. You go from rags to riches, and then right back to rags. And that's the heartbreaking reality of Sebastian Telfair. Not everybody might remember the guy, but he was in the league for 10 years. Now, once seen as the future of New York basketball, Sebastian was a legend in Brooklyn, long before he even touched an NBA court. He was that kid, small in size, huge in confidence. So good that Adidas signed him to a $15 million deal before he even declared for the NBA draft. That's how good this kid was. That's how high the expectations were for him as well. Now, Telfair wasn't supposed to fail. He was supposed to be the next big thing. But life had other plans. But first, welcome. My name is Paul, and this is The Basketball Show, where I talk today's NBA, current events, players, and more. All completely unbiased, even though some people disagree, because any opposing opinion to weak people is always hating. Truth is truth, and I try to stand by that. Now, Sebastian Telfair's NBA career, as I said before, lasted 10 years. He made almost $19 million during those 10 years, not counting endorsements. He played for several teams. He wasn't a superstar. He averaged most seasons just under 10 points a game. But he stayed in the league for a decade, and that's not a small thing. But when it was over, the lights went out fast for him. And that's where this story turns dark. After retirement, Telfair's life spiraled. In 2017, he was arrested on a gun charge after police found multiple weapons during a traffic stop in New York. 2 years later, his wife filed for divorce. And in 2021, he was named in a healthcare fraud case involving several former NBA players. But then his money was gone. The cars, the lifestyle, the security, all gone. In his own words, he said this: "I played over 10 years in the NBA and made tens of millions of dollars. I had everything I ever dreamed of. But after a series of legal issues and personal problems, my life has become something I could never have imagined. I'm right back to where it all began, back in Coney Island, back in the projects, back in the fire."
I really wanted to show the world exactly how I'm living. Being in the project is all a mental thing also, you know what I'm saying? But shit is definitely real. This is the kitchen right here and shit. The shit getting lit at, take care of yourself. My last pantry I had in my crib was a whole room size. You know what I'm saying? But right now, this is the pantry, you heard? Check out the amenities, man. Stainless steel appliances and all that. This is my office / closet room. Y'all might have seen this jersey right here. Y'all see this jersey right here? 1,000 pair off-whites and all that. Y'all already know I'm a stay fly. They're a little worn, so somebody got their ass bust when me wearing these. I don't know if y'all know, on COVID, I lost my mom, and I lost my oldest brother, and the next year, if God sent me twins, girl and boy, I'm gonna go say what's up to them. They sleep out. This is my twins' playroom right here. But most important with these right here. Make sure my kids read about me. Middle of the J's with a book, a movie, my own sneakers. Shit crazy.
Think about that. From chartered flights and NBA arenas to living again in the same building where it all started. He also said, "Fighting the feds and my divorce affected my finances. Now I go to run around broke." This right here is the same building that you see through when he grew up. Now, it's tragic, but also brutally honest. He's not blaming anyone else. He's acknowledging how fast everything can fall apart, even when you've made it. Sebastian Telfair was supposed to be the next Stephon Marbury, another Coney Island prodigy. He was the 13th pick overall in the 2004 NBA draft. He came straight out of Abraham Lincoln High School in Brooklyn on a five-star recruit ranked number 6th in the country. He had every reason to believe life would only go up. And he also said himself, when I was in the NBA making the money, doing what I love, I always thought my life would continue to go up. And if somebody told me I was going to end up back in the projects, I would have never believed them, not for 1 minute. But life after basketball is different for everyone. For every LeBron James or Dwayne Wade, there are dozens of former players fighting quiet battles. Legal trouble, broken families, financial ruin, or just lost identity. The truth is, most NBA players don't stay rich. Studies have shown and suggest that over 60% of players go broke within 5 years of leaving the league. Some make millions and then lose millions. And it's rarely because they're dumb. It's often because they never learned how to manage what came so fast. If you don't have financial smarts, financial education, you can blow through millions of dollars very quickly, believe me. They were trained to play basketball, but not to survive success. The weird thing is that Sebastian Telfair had 2 family members that have played in the NBA as well. One of them is Stephon Marbury. So it's surprising that he has to live in the projects and Marbury would not help him. But of course, I don't know the situation and all the details between them, so I'm not judging anyone. Sebastian Telfair's fall is not Sebastian Telfair's fall. Sebastian Telfair's fall is not just about bad decisions. It's about the pressure, the environment, the people around you, and a lack of structure once the game is gone. When the NBA stops calling, the cameras stop rolling, and the entourage disappears, you're left with yourself. And if that self isn't grounded, it's a long way down. Now he says being back in the project is both a gift and a curse. A gift because it reminds him where he came from. A curse because it reminds him how far he fell. When he's done serving his 6-month jail sentence now, home will be the same building he grew up in. The same walls, the same hallways, the same fire. It's a sad circle, but one worth talking about. Because it's not just about Sebastian Telfair. It's about the illusion of success. It's about how fast the American dream can vanish when money replaces purpose. And it's about how fame without foundation is just a countdown clock. Now, Sebastian once said that being back where it all began is mental. And he's right. Everything is mental. Discipline is mental. Success, downfall, and redemption as well. The same mindset that can lift you to the NBA can also bring you back to nothing if it's not controlled. So let this story serve as a warning to players, to fans, to anyone chasing fame. The game can give you everything and take it away twice as fast. It's not about how high you rise. It's about what you build inside that keeps you standing when it's all gone. Because as Sebastian Telfair learned, if you don't build that foundation, you might end up right back where you started. Not because life was unfair, but because success without structure is just another trap. Now, if you found this story powerful, subscribe for more real NBA stories, not the highlight reels, but the truth behind them. I don't see many stories like this being covered on NBA podcast channels because it's always what's hype at the moment. But I think it's pretty important to talk about something like this, especially that this is a story that has just been talked about at the Basketball Network. And it would be nice that a guy played in the NBA 10 years, if he realized his mistakes and stuff like that, I have no problem somebody reaching out to him and actually helping him out, get his stuff together and kind of Bring him in somewhere. Maybe have him work with a league team, assistant coach, whatever. It might be worth it. You never know. So like, share, subscribe, comment what you guys think about the story. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.